Good evening. This is Driving with Myles. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. I just want to share with you some of the driving errors that I observed when I'm teaching students, teens, and adults. Yesterday was a really weird drive. Here's why. It was kind of misty, very cold. There was a really thin sheet of ice. So whenever this is for beginning drivers, teens, or someone who hasn't driven in 3 weeks to 5 weeks, you become a little rusty, a little uncertain. Examples would be when you're making turns, you're kind of really stiff turning the wheel, or you put your hands to the bottom of the steering wheel and then you make the wheel short. I really stress 10 and 2 or 9 and 3. We're not going to put our thumbs in the middle on the airbag. Okay. A lot of beginning drivers who haven't driven in a while, you're very nervous and you're very tense. It's like a really quiet pin drop. Everyone's waiting for that pin to drop. Yesterday was very weird because a car had hit a telephone post, right? Because it's so slick and icy. And I'm sharing this experience with you because I need you to be safe drivers out here. If you're not sure of those weather conditions, you really should not be out driving. If you have to drive, you take your time. You have very good speed control. If the speed limit is 65, 55 is fine. You can drive under the speed limit. But if you're driving 10 to 15 or under the speed limit even more, then you become a hazard. Expressway ramps and bridges freeze first. Why? They're elevated, and you've got to really be careful. Also, beginning drivers, when you're driving in the evening or low light situations, it's really hard to see. You have to develop quote unquote night vision. You have to see those pavement markings. You need to see the edge line, which is the white line to the right. You have your warning line to the left. If you've seen some of my other content, I always talk about pavement markings. If that's one area that I want to improve in as an instructor to help my students and to help anyone who subscribes really understand those pavement markings, read about them, learn about them, learn about those chevron alignment signs because they tell you of a really sharp curve or turn. Also, check that mirror every 12 to 15 seconds. Good, consistent speed control and proper spacing are critical. If you've seen some of my content, you see where I keep 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths of space. And if you're a beginning driver, less than 10 years of experience, and you're driving in a condition where it's a little foggy, it's really misty, the temperatures under freezing just a little bit, you're going to have sheets of ice, black ice. And black ice is ice you cannot see on the road. This spells danger for an experienced driver who's going to ignore those things and drive really fast and lose control. And for an inexperienced driver who may be driving at the speed limit, but they're not used to black ice, they're not used to those driving conditions. And then when they try to stop, they slide off the road, they rear in another car, they slide into the ditch. So it's a teachable moment when you have a chance to drive in weather conditions like this. So use this experience to prepare you for the next level of driving. We all, as drivers, have to experience these type of drives where there's black ice, there's reduced visibility, it's at night, and it's hard to see. All drivers need to experience these things. You need to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for conditions, and you need to learn. So it was a good learning experience. If you feel this content brings you value and you learned something today, give it a thumbs up. If you want to learn how to drive and become a safer driver, subscribe to my channel. There's going to be great content coming. Have a blessed day and be safe.